Hi, this is part of the 7 Basic Human Movement video series, and today we're going to be talking about the core. A lot of people think core means their abs. The abs are part of the core, but it is not all of it. Really, anything from the chest down to the hips, front, sides, and back is part of the core, and all of that needs to be strengthened. So I'm going to show you a few exercises today that is part of a great core training system, in addition to the fact that you tighten all of that corset all the way around in every lift that you do. But here's some specifics. Alright, so let's see. Let's start with the ab crunch hold. Alright, so on this one you lay on the ground. The legs are going to come up to 90 degrees, not further, just 90. This part of the leg, the forefoot part of the leg, is relaxed. So they're going to stay here. Then I'm going to lift my shoulders off the ground, reach away from me, and suck my belly in. So it's kind of hard to talk when I do this. But notice, I didn't crunch up and touch my knees. I just lifted my shoulders, and they are actually not going to towards my feet. Their shoulders are going up to the ceiling. The knees are pushing up to the ceiling. My hands are reaching towards my feet, and I'm sucking in my belly. Everything from here to here is super tight. Hold this for up to a minute. Continue to breathe. Continue to suck this in, and that is the ab crunch hold. The opposite of that is the table hold. So on the table hold, take your fingers and point them away from you. Push up with your heels and onto your hands and flatten out your belly. You're going to be squeezing your shoulder blades together, and you're going to be squeezing your glutes. You're going to be pushing through the ground with your heels, and your body's flat like a table. This one you'd like to hold for 30 seconds. This is a shoulder opener, chest opener, glutes are engaged, and my abs are engaged. So that's the table hold. So let me show you 2 other opposing movements. One is the classic plank, but most of the time people do the plank wrong. This one's called an RKC plank, and it's done on the hands, but when you're down there, the hands are straight out in front of you. They're not up here, they're not down here, they're right straight in front. So you want to get that position to start with. Okay, they are directly wrists, elbows, shoulders lined up. Okay, then you can put your feet back and come up into your plank. At this point, I want to push the ground away, push my shoulder blades to the ceiling, tuck my butt under tight, tighten my calves, my glutes, my hamstrings, and I'm sucking my belly in. I'm also lifting my belly away from the ground, like I've got a ball under me. This is where the hollow body comes in. And you want to work up to holding this for a minute. So now, the deal is on this particular plank, if you can hold it longer than a minute, you're probably doing it wrong, because this should be so hard. How do you make it harder? You get stronger. The stronger you are, the tighter you can tighten your muscles. So a minute should always be hard, no matter what, because you're just stronger, you squeeze tighter. So that's the hollow body or RKC plank. The opposing movement to that is what we call Superman. So on Superman, you lay down, you're stretched out. Now most people, when they try to do this, they want to bend here in their back and let their back do the lifting, but that's not what does the lifting. You want to push your fingers away from you and your toes away from you. So it's like you're being on like one of those old torture devices where you're being stretched. While you're pushing your toes and your fingers away, you also lift. But what's lifting me here in the back is my butt. My glutes and hamstrings are lifting that, not my back. And my upper torso is what's lifting here. So then I hold that. Hold it tight and breathe. Suck in the belly. Hold that for 30 seconds to a minute. Back to Superman. Now, so we've worked some front, we've worked some back, but now we need to work the sides also. So this is where your side planks are beneficial. These you can do either on your hand or your elbow. So you want to line up the shoulders exactly the way we did on the regular plank. Wrist, elbow, shoulders in line with each other. Then lift your feet up. You can put one foot in front of the other. You can put them on top of each other, however it feels best. Opened up straight, hold that. Now, there's a ball here too. Crunch that. You're trying to be over the ball. So you hold that 30 seconds to a minute. There are various options to make that more difficult, but that one's usually difficult enough for people starting out. So that's the side plank. Now, a lot of people try the hollow body plank on the ground and it's too much for them. It's too much for their shoulders, or they're very, very heavy and they can't hold it up, or they're just weak at this point. So you can modify this by doing a bench. Let me flip this around. A bench, a cabinet, many, many options work here at various heights. Wrists, elbows, shoulders lined up. I'm pushing down into the bench. Butt is tight, abs are tight. There's a ball under me, and I am tightening everything that I own here. And this is a modified version of the hollow body plank. It can be done with the side plank as well. Another good way to do these is switch from the side to the front to the side. That's one option. There is another really, really amazing core exercise, and that is the farmer carry. So let me demonstrate that. I'm going to move the bench and grab a kettlebell. So when you do a farmer carry, first of all, this is a heavy kettlebell. So you need to make sure that you're doing a proper deadlift to get it up. Once you get it up to the standing position, you want to tighten your butt, tighten your glutes, tighten your abs, tighten everything, shoulder blades together and down, and you want to walk, and you want to walk and not waddle. So you have to make sure that your whole body is perfectly tight. So, suitcase deadlifted up, everything is tight, and I walk. All right, I'm going to come over here and rock toward you so you can see what it looks like when I walk forward. And suitcase deadlift it down. That's the farmer carry. That should be done approximately 50 steps. Deadlift it down, change sides, deadlift it up, another 50 steps on each side. So that's some basic core, abdominal, and back work that you can do to strengthen your core. That's one of the 7 basic human movements.